As you saw there, authorities are still working to determine the cause of the deadly wildfire here in the Pacific Palisades. But as questions keep swirling, one father and daughter are on a search for answers in another place. Vanessa Prada, her father Luzio, and her mother, Maria, Vanessa's mother, Maria, join us now. They're live in Altadena and have decided to stay behind in the fire zone. They've been sending updates to their neighbors who are desperate for word on whether or not their homes were spared. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Vanessa, I'm going to ask you, you and your family packed up some of your belongings but decided to stay back. Why did you make that decision not to evacuate?
Correct. There was a lot of fires going on at the time. And as you've heard from multiple people, there's just not enough personnel for all of the fires everywhere, right? Altadena, the Palisades. So a lot of us stayed behind to help any way that we could the night of the fires.
And then, Luzio, if you can explain to me, you know, many of your neighbors, were not spared. So what made you sort of go into the other houses, and how were you guys able to do that? Because it had to be incredibly dangerous.
Well, we are fortunate. The block where we live, we didn't have any fires. The fire is north of where you are. The next block, during the night, you know, early morning of Wednesday, we were able to put up some fires there, small fires. So we kept on driving with our car and doing whatever we could. Oh, everybody does what they can to help, right? That's how it works.
Right. Vanessa, I know you've checked on dozens of homes, and for many of them, you know, we've seen the pictures from Altadena. It is not good news. How do you tell the family that?
It's difficult, right? The main thing is just trying to get the photos as quickly as possible to the families, because these people aren't sleeping. They're concerned about their homes, what the status of their homes are. So we take the picture, I send it, and I say, I'm so sorry for your loss. And if it's positive news, I tend to not say anything at all in those cases. And everybody has been extremely happy that they received the photo, and a lot of them found out that their homes burned from me directly. And those were the most devastating to break the news.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Maria, what do you think is going to happen in Altadena in your community?
You were asking me?
Yes.
Well, right
now... Yes, Maria. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think the future...
The future
is very hard to see, because most of Altadena is gone. So hopefully they're gonna rebuild, and people here are very strong. Hopefully it will be okay in a few years. My best friend lost her house up the street.
Vanessa, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think people will rebuild?
My hope is that they do. We have a very strong community. People, from what I've seen, from what's going on now, people are really coming together, doing everything they can. This is our part behind the barricades of what we can do to help. And it seems like everybody's doing what they need to do in order to open up the border as soon as possible. That's blocking everybody from coming to see their homes. And I think we have a strong community. I think it's possible to rebuild what we had before.
Real quick, because we don't have a lot of time, if there's another fire threat, are you guys going to stay or are you going to evacuate?
You want me to?
No, yes, we're going to stay.
Yes.
We're going to stay here until they kick us out.
Yes, sir. You know,
okay.
You don't abandon
be safe.
The ship, right?
Yeah. Okay, please be safe there. We thank you so much for joining Top Story tonight. We really appreciate you opening up and sharing to your neighbors what you found so far.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.